Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Scott to return it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
he's going with an extra DB here on third down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bennett. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Green. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a second down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 4. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw now on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Bennett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll try the left side. Bennett. That 2nd down play nets a -4 for the Lions. An extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bennett. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. And this pass broken up.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
2nd and 7.
Now a give right side. It's Bennett. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Bennett. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 11.
They'll try the left side. Bennett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Robinson's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The
Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Lions will take over. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd down and inches. Left side by Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He's got Thompson here, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On the right side, caught by Green. Not much there, only a yard. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 9 now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Nick Foles with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. In that game, all tied with the visiting Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first. Second and 4. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. 3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 1. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now here's a throw that's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It looks like a loss of right around 11. 7 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. You keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Back to throw. Green brings it in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They call it a loss of a yard there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Trying to to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now back to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Bennett, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll set up to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense, just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he fires one incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bennett. And he'll be taken down, as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Thompson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on